I mean, okay. I mean, I don't know what's happening. This is ridiculous. It really is. I don't understand what's going on. I don't. I wish I did, but I don't. I, I, I think I'm gonna need somebody's help because sometimes I just don't think I get it. Sometimes. Ah, are we here? It's just me. Of course it is. Sai says there he is, and of course I didn't see that because I didn't have the right chat popped out. All right, let me send the link out to like everybody on my Discord because it's just computer be like I'm gonna end his whole career. Yeah, basically, that's what it feels like. I don't like it. I don't like it when my computer tells me it's gonna end my career. It's like, come on now. I don't need that. What I need is for people to accept me for who I am. Let me do what I want to do. La 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 la. Live stream notification. Boom. Share it. Channel updates. Boom. Share it. General. At everyone. Control V. Boom. Share it. Aramite Discord. Boom. Share it. Okay. All of that is there. Poor Luke. It looks like today isn't your kind of day. Yeah, that's how it would seem. But hey, low latency, and hey, 1080p HD, you can watch it with clear cut quality, 60 frames a sec. Gonna be great. I really hope I didn't lose any progress on Subnautica because the only way to save progress is by actually hitting the save button. And you know what? If I lost progress, I'm not gonna like that. I'm not gonna like that at all. I'm gonna feel real bad. I'm gonna feel real bad because we we did things. We got that build. Okay, we really didn't do a whole lot, so it's not really gonna matter that much. But still, who likes to have their progress taken away, I sure don't. I sure don't. Karuba says your progress is lost. It's as good as gone. But, I mean, I'm going to be hopeful. Oh, boy. At least it's 1080p, 60 frames a sec, so you can see every cutting edge bit of my depression as we go through. Doesn't it autosave it all? I don't honestly think so. I really don't think so. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't think it has an autosave feature, but I could very well be wrong. I could very well be wrong. I'm hoping that I'm wrong and that there is an autosave feature. Also, what the heck was that blip where I like did a lot of movements in a quick amount of time? It looks like you're praying. I am praying. I am praying that I have my save file. Like, it's still there. I am hoping that we're not set too far back. It's not a big deal. Like I said, I can just do all of that again. I'm planning on going all night anyway, so it's not a huge deal. It's just I don't want to go problems all night. That's not the direction I want to go. It looks like he's doing the clapping emoji. I think it's a mix of both, guys. You're both right. You're both right. You're both there. You're both right on it. You know, one place I didn't share that was my Facebook group. So let's go there. Let's go post it on my Facebook group that I'm live. I also didn't post it on my Twitter. Holy crap, it's really hard to keep up with everything. Why do I have to do this all by myself? Good news, though. Good news. Devin is finally moving. He is finally moving to a new place with new, affordable internet. Because you can't afford assistance. Yeah, basically. If I could, though. If I could. Better believe I would be right on it. I'm a single man doing all of the work of like 3 people on a YouTube channel. This is impressive stuff. These live streams, these videos that I post, it's all me. All me. It's all original stuff. Except for the times where I'm with Devin. Then it's all me and Devin. Except for the times that I'm on Aeromite. Then it's all me and everybody else on that server. It's original content. Kurobo says I can be your assistant. Only if you want to be, but like, I don't know. I don't know, man. The pay isn't worth it. The pay is not worth it. I'm not getting paid hardly anything for this. You know my net worth is 13 cents. That's my net worth. So if you're in for assisting a channel whose net worth is only 13 cents, then yeah, we can team up. I'm fine with that. Having somebody at least to help me control this channel would be great. But by golly, my time, however long on this platform, is basically would be an unpaid internship. You can pay me $0 a month. That equals out to $1 a year, probably. If that. How does $0 a month equal out to $1 a year? Because the dollar is me being nice, and really trying to stretch it because of this channel's poorness. Kuroba says, "LOL, I don't know my channel's net worth." Yeah, I mean, it's the same for me. It's like I don't know what I'm worth, but I mean, let's throw it together. Let's throw it in a pool and see what we get. Maybe out of each of us we'll have like 30 a month. I would love to get to 30 a month, but I don't know. I'd love to stay active on this channel, but there's no like driving force really, except for whenever I feel like uploading. And even then, it's kind of like, Zach says, "Yeah, you fixed the audio." Oh boy. Hey, it's more than it was just the audio that was broken there, but I did fix it, yes. I did. So both of us is 0 money. Yeah, basically, that's where we're at right now. We're both at 0. You deserve a whole lot more views than I do right now, though, because you're posting so much, like, FL Studio content. That stuff is amazing. I've made a few tracks, and I will make them clear to listen to soon on my SoundCloud. But right now, I'm still learning stuff about the program. I'm still learning stuff, but yeah, I'm hoping to get into some classic stuff, like classic Sonic music and stuff like that. All right, Subnautica, I hit start on you. Are you gonna open up or what? All my views are from me, JK. Oh no, you're not entirely true. Come on now, I give you views too. As much as I do, as much as I can do. So what'd you guys think of that, that clickbaity thumbnail? I don't know. I don't know how it keeps crashing. I don't know. I honestly don't. If I knew the answer, you'd be the first to know. Actually, I'd be the first to know, but I'd tell you. I'd tell you, Karobo, why it keeps happening. I don't know what's going on. This is all stuff that's just now coming up. I hope it's not something that's in my computer that's doing that, because oh boy, I don't want to do a rebuild. I really don't. I really don't. I don't have enough money to do a rebuild right now. Neither does my bro. We don't have time to do that. I am back. I am back, and it is on the same link, so it means that I don't have to send this out again. Might be from overheating. I'm not a tech person, but I'm just guessing on how it keeps crashing. Well, here's the thing. You know that really loud fan you heard before I came back? That was over my voice. It is connected onto my motherboard, but it was a new installment. So it's not overheating. I think it's just a matter of it not being able to disperse power across the entire board to everything, because it's more for, like, I don't know. That PC needs to chill out. No, okay, I'll stop. hey, at least you're able to detect that your joke didn't go anywhere. Unlike me, who continues to try to force my jokes that are like that. You see, I keep getting this error that YouTube keeps telling me that my stream is at 1,152 by 648, but it really isn't. I look over here and it tells me that I'm on 1920 1080, so I don't know what they're talking about. Oh, okay, I see. They're talking about the output scale resolution. Well, there's nothing I can do to change that. Okay, I don't know if that's... Nope, it keeps telling me that it's still like that, so no. I didn't change anything. Alan said that is why I have 9 120mm fans and 2 100mm fans to keep it below 40 degrees. Runs perfect even when overclocking. The Eye of Cthulhu is here. Okay, I'm gonna try to run this game, and if it crashes again, then we move on to the new thing. At least now I know that YouTube saves my live link, so I don't need to worry about that. But at the same time, I don't honestly know. If anything else, if it does it again, I'll try to see if I can't stream over on Facebook, because I wanted to do that before anyway, and I never really got into it. So we'll see what happens. Been here, my friend, just lurking, more or less, watching chat for trolls and asses. Trolls and asses. Maybe sometimes it's troll asses that you're looking for. Okay, wait, this is getting gross. Oh boy. Luke After Dark. Is it official yet? Is LTA Gaming After Dark official? No. Not yet. We'll do something soon with that. Wow, too far. Sai says you're looking for TNA. Yeah. TNA. All hail the mighty Cthulhu. All hail the Cthulhu. I told Subnautica to run like 2 minutes ago. There we go. Cthulhu is the Moon Lord's brother. Illuminati can come join as well. Okay, I started Subnautica and then it just didn't run. So I'm wondering if the crash isn't because of Subnautica. I don't know. I'm going to check Task Manager and see if it's still there. Wait, why would it be? It wouldn't have been. No, but I do have like 14 Chromes open. And just as many OBSs open. Why does that say... Why? Why are there 9 processes? Why are there 9 processes of this going on? That's Chrome for you? Yeah, basically. I mean, that and all of Windows Task Manager stuff. Like, just a whole line of all of their processes. It's like, I don't know why all of these need to be open, but that's looking like a thing that doesn't need to be. But when you try to close it, you end up like closing the entirety of your computer, and then find out that you have to restart it and recover. I think a restart and recover would be great on this, now that I don't have anything that's like super pressing to have. But also at the same time, I should probably back up my disks just in case, because man, that's great. If I click on Subnautica, are you going to open now? It looks like it tries to. There's a blue spinny, and then it crashes. What happens if I try to play it through my games folder? Is it going to do it again? It's looking like no. Maybe. The game's up. OBS isn't taking a poop. Something wrong with your graphics card? That could be another issue. Yeah, probably. I've been needing to upgrade my GPU for a long time, so I mean, maybe, but I think it's just a matter of where I have I closed the game. Sizes I hear sounds. Not anymore. Not anymore. I meant to hit the unpin from taskbar button. But I ended up closing the game. So, oops. Let's try that again. Oh, tonight's the night, boys. Tonight's the night that Luke screws up his own live stream. Would you believe it? I would. I'd believe it. I'm going to SLI on 1080 Ti's, 11 GB of VR, or 11 VRAM, or I don't know. Oh crap, the stream was buffering all this time. I forgot to refresh. Oh no. We'll have a total of 22 gigabytes. Very nice. VRAM, so it's like video RAM. That's what you meant by that, right? Yes, we'll have 22 gigabytes of video RAM. I gotcha. Okay. That says 9/22 on February 14th, so no, it didn't save my progress. It didn't save my progress. It didn't. It's okay. It's okay. To be absolutely honest, that run was kind of weak, so let's hope that this one's better. Let's hope that this one's better. An i5 with 8,750K. Oh no, i5 8,750K. That is the model, right? Right. I gotcha. It is the model. It's not the power of it. An i5. So it should be with 8 cores then, right? If that's how that works. An unlocked chip for overclocking. Makes sense, I guess. Very nice. Mine is also 8 cores. So yours should be a pretty powerful beast once it's done. It'll be temporary until you get your i9 with 9 cores. Ooh. The 9900K. Yeah. It is a $500 CPU. It's ridiculously expensive. My AMD FX 8300 was, or 8350 I think. I don't remember what it was. Close there. Some of those numbers. It was close to 100, maybe a little less. We got it while it was on sale during Tech Friday. Or is it Tech Monday? Tech Monday, I think. I don't know. It was one of those days, and it was available for a cheaper price. Fabricator, and watch as it magically repairs itself. Ah, so good. Cool. So now that I know ahead of time, I should probably go and get another power cell. Playing Assassin's Creed 3 right now, and I just realized Connor's mom's name is Zio. Huh. I don't think I which I think is literally in reference to Ezio, the main character of all of the original AC games. Yeah, so I don't think I knew that, actually. I was playing a little bit of AC3 a little while ago, and yeah, I don't really think I picked up on that. Then again, when do we find out in the story that that's his mom's name? Because if it's early, then I really didn't pick up on it, but I just learned it and never paid attention to her name. Huh. How far in are you? Sly says AC3 is my least favorite of those games. Right now, my favorite ones are Origin and Odyssey. I played a little bit of the new ones, but not a whole lot of it. Sequence 3, there are 12 sequences, so you're still pretty early in the game, yeah. I don't remember where I'm at. I think I'm on sequence 4? Sequence 4 or 5, somewhere around there. So I'm really not far ahead of you. I think one of my favorite ones, though, with Ezio is with, I think it was Brotherhood. But then again, I could be wrong. Black Flags was pretty fun, though. I had some fun playing that one. I think the two newest ones are incredible. It's such a different game now. I think it isn't fair to include them when talking over all of them. Yeah, that's true, because the older ones were really the ones that set the tone and the scenes for the game. Those older ones basically are the ones that you talk about whenever coming up with the Assassin's Creed ones, because these new ones, they're so good, but they're also like really far ahead of time, like both in scale and in storytelling. I miss the modern day aspect of the older ones. Yeah, I'm kind of the same though, but I've always been a sucker for, like, you know, Egypt and Greece and Rome and all of that. I've always been a sucker for those locations on Earth, and so to have a story that's set around those locations is just so awesome to me. AC changed from 4 and Rogue to the new ones. Yeah, basically. I mean, it's incredible how different they are looking at them, because it's just they've changed a lot. Right, so computer chip. There's another power cell in there, so that's going to help a lot. And then there's a whole crap ton of titanium in the Animech, so we'll try to keep that in mind. Alright, you're there. I should probably actually get the titanium. Not all of it, but at least one, so that way I can make the Pathfinder. Well, not the Pathfinder, but the, what is it? The compass. It was a wiring kit, and then there was another thing. Copper wire. So it's literally just those two. I can do that. I think anything after Unity is basically a different conversion. I think if you're comparing the games, you can only do AC to AC Rogue and then Unity to Odyssey. Right, basically. That's how that should go. I agree with you, because they changed like environment and feel ever since Unity working on it, and it was just, while it's also really great, it's different, and that should be in its own respectable category. I think one of my favorite things to talk about is just the different things that you get whenever a game company changes over. Well, not even really changes over, or at least includes someone else into the I don't know. That includes another person or a game creator into their subsidiaries. So Origins and Odyssey has modern day story. Like, when I think of AC, I always kind of imagine Brotherhood the first. Well, anything up to Brotherhood, because it's just, I don't know. The thing, I enjoy the new ones far more because it's just open world games. No longer have to worry about just fast traveling town to town. Yeah, I have Origins, but didn't get too much into it. Was it later in the game? That could definitely be. Habitat Builder is what we're focusing on. Wiring kit, which I can do now. I should probably get more silver, though, so that way I can make another wiring kit, because I'm trying to do other things with it as well.
The Builder tool is designed to construct
modern day stuff in Origins is less than in Odyssey, but it is still prevalent. Happens a bit throughout it. I could make the repair tool and get another battery if I really wanted, but I think I still have batteries waiting for me on the Aurora, so that's fine.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I'm just making an effort to 100% all of the AC games right now. I've gotten through AC2 Revelations, and I'm working on AC3 now. I think this one will be the hardest so far. Did they continue to explore the pre-civilizations in Origins and Odyssey? 100%ing games is crazy time-consuming. I agree with that one. I normally just play the game, and if I feel like coming back to it, I'll try. Which is why this new thing that I'm trying to do is going to be so different, because this is the first one that I've played that I've actually attempted to 100%, and I got really close to it. 47 platinums on PS4, so I can 100% a lot of games. Oh boy. Yeah. Flaunt your talents, Ethan. Flaunt your talents. No. I'm proud of you, though. I'm proud to hear that you're so into gaming that it's like hearing that is just amazing. I don't have any platinums on PS4. I don't have a PS4, but I could have a PS4. If I had one, this would be where I placed my PS4. Oh, don't worry, Timmy. That's where I would place my. What? No, hang on a second. That's my hopes and dreams were crushed years ago. How many years ago? How old are you again? 3 platinums in January alone. Holy crap, man! That's ridiculous. It's amazing, but ridiculous. I hope that coming out here, gives me some more time to. So what do I do? What do I do? If these crashes are based off of graphics card issues, then I don't really think that there's a whole lot that I can do. The only issue is that why would it be showing up now? Nothing has changed since my last stream, so I don't know. Yeah, sometimes I'm the same way about that, Kurobo. Sometimes I play a game and then I find out that the next day I don't really want to go back into it, and I think that's a normal thing. You just need to find that one game that really just, you pick it up and you play it, and then you find out that you actually could get into this. You could get into playing it. Although I'm not really sure what kind of gamer you are. I think a big part of it is you just need to find a game that you find out that you really, really like it, and you really enjoy it, and you play it all the time. And yeah, sometimes I get that way though. I used to be that way with Subnautica, but then I found out that I'm like super actually interested into it because of the story elements. I was that way with Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't pick that up anymore because I've just lost interest. Ethan says I try just about anything. Something will hit the spot, like Death Stranding. I don't expect to enjoy that as much as I did, ending up putting 200 plus hours into it and 100% of it. I like RPG like Dark Souls, 2D games like Sonic and Terraria. So, is it the linearity of those games, or is it like, what is it? Is it quests that you like? If you like quest games, then survival games could be another interest that you like. Do you like strategy games? Adventure? Because that looks like a common thing. I'm going to check to see if I still have MSI Afterburner on here. I do, but I don't know where it's at. Where would I have put it? I like a bit of diversity. Makes sense. Now I'm hooked on Modern Warfare. I put 4 or 5 days of gameplay into the online alone since it released. I got you. Plants vs. Zombies. Can't wait till the third one comes out. I didn't know there was even a second one. Alan says, welcome back, Luke. Yeah, thanks, Alan. I found out, I think it is a GPU crash, because whenever I crashed, my GPU fans, they kicked on for a split second and then they shut off. Kurobo says, LOL, you're missing out on a lot of things. I mean, I have the first one. I just never knew that there was a second one, is all. I mean, I knew that there was, like, Plants versus Zombies, which was like a plant warfare kind of thing. Plant Zombie Warfare. PBZ. I want PNZ or something. PVZ, I guess is how it is. But either way, there was like a whole game that was like fighting, from what I understood anyway. They also released Battle for Neighborville. Oh boy. I basically refuse to buy anything EA releases at this point because I'm kind of on the same terms with that. There's a whole lot that EA does that I'm just like, yeah, but no, like, just come on now, you keep that away. I'm gonna message my brother real quick and ask him what could be going on with my PC. Yep, they ruin their own series. They buy beloved series and then ruin them. Yeah, they don't know quality. It's always quantity with them. Hey bro, my PC crashed 3 times during stream so far. What could be causing it? They are in it for the money, and they're not in it for making good games. Their heart is not in it, and you can definitely tell. Spore. I think Spore could have been one of the best games ever made, but they made one and refused to publish another. Yeah, yeah. Boop a doop a doop. What do I do? Boop a doop a doop. He's not messaging me back. Could be interesting. And I'm not saying like the greatest of interesting. I'm just saying. No, I'm just that. I'm just that easy to keep a solid face. Um, it's just me. Yeah, it's my fault. I pulled up Facebook so that way I could message Alex about my problem, because I don't know where I go from here. If even I should continue going from here. If it does this in Minecraft, then I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because the new thing is not Minecraft. The new thing was actually a thing that's a little bit more graphics intensive than Subnautica is. But I mean, hey, sometimes you just gotta go at these things and just hope that it works, and then find out that it didn't work, and then end the stream saying that you're gonna go cry in a corner for hours, and then come back tomorrow with hopefully a better computer. Thanks, Ethan. I hope it works too. This is exhausting to try to figure out. And it's not like, you know, I don't ask a whole lot out of my computer. I really don't. I really don't ask that much out of it. And so to see it acting like this is just it hurts. It really does. Top 10 anime betrayals. Yeah, basically. Will Alex let you use his PC till you get it figured out? First of all, don't think so. And second of all, wouldn't want to try to stream on his PC. Because you guys saw how it was last time I tried to stream on that. I was having so many issues. I think I'd almost rather have a crashing every once in a while PC over something that absolutely won't stream. I'm gonna try to run this MSI Afterburner and see what happens. Yes. Okay. Okay, I accept the terms. Yes. Create a shortcut. Yeah, that's a solid point there, Ethan. Even if you do give people everything that they want, which you don't want to do in the first place anyway, and I'm talking about like everybody whenever it comes to being a game company and trying to give them everything that they want. Even if you do that, people will find a way to break that down and look at it and be like, yeah, no, there's something wrong with this. A good example, yeah, the Sonic franchise. You think people will be happy, it'll make a core audience, but it'll still upset a lot of people for, yeah, exactly. Because they're looking at what you have to give them, but also, like, is it going to be new? Is it going to be, something that I maybe didn't want? Is it going to be something that will be, good for, I don't know. Alex has just gotten back to me and he says it's possible that it's being bogged down by background apps eating RAM. I mean, maybe, but also, I don't know. Because it could just be a power usage thing. Streamlabs is very high power usage. Chrome is taking up a lot of power usage. Subnautica taking a lot of power usage, so it could just be a power problem. But why do I need to have like 20 instances of Chrome open? Question. I don't honestly think I do. Yeah, Chrome likes to think that I do. $12 to 20 instances of Chrome. Holy crap, man. Well, now it's 14. Number one opening weekend box office for a video game movie. Oh boy. Yeah, it's amazing. It's crazy that it's actually being called the number one movie right now. It's amazing. Not only just for box office, but like movie in general. It definitely has surpassed Detective Pikachu, and it's deserved it. It's deserved to surpass Detective Pikachu. Because Detective Pikachu was a fun movie. And I'll give my full thoughts on that whenever I do talk about it. But Detective Pikachu, while it was a fun movie, it definitely felt like it was missing a lot of the elements that make not only just a good CGI to real life movie, but also feel like it's a genuine Pokemon movie. It felt like they rushed some things, didn't really include a whole lot of story elements to keep it interesting. And it felt like Pikachu was more or less shoehorned into the story, because we knew eventually Pikachu would show up in that movie. It's just, it felt like their main focus was more on the humans, whereas Sonic, it was instantly, we see the character, we're immersed into his world, and it's just a great movie from the beginning all the way to the end. Whereas with Pikachu, I never really felt like I had to sit there and watch the entire thing. I felt like it was fine for me to get up and use the bathroom during the movie, and I wouldn't miss a whole lot, and I was right. Hey girl, you look like Pokemon, because I want to Pikachu. That's funny. The best part of the movie is just the world. Yeah, basically, the world, and you can tell that they put money towards the Pokemon, because that was where the big majority of their budget went, was just putting CGI towards making the world feel like it was alive with Pokemon. I feel like if they do another movie, it should be that, but also make it immersive. Make it so that way it's just they're part of the plot. You know, they're not just there being background objects. They're not just there flying around and sitting around doing nothing. Make it so that way they're more. I want to see more player battles. I want to see more, like, interaction between humans and Pokemon. And if there's no interaction, then it feels like it's just lost. You know, it feels like all of the work that they did to put them in there feels lost. A big part of my favorite parts of the movie were the very beginning and maybe parts of the end. I mean, you can get way similar stuff on YouTube, though, because yeah, they showed how the Pokemon worked in the world that we live in as a modern world. But there's a lot of stuff on YouTube that you can just find that does a similar thing. And sometimes I feel like does a little bit of a better job at doing it. They were really cool to see being, real life captured things. I'm not putting down their style. Their style was really good. It was a good movie, but it wasn't, a great CGI movie, and it didn't break the curse for me being a Pokemon movie, or even just a video game movie with CGI hybrid stuff. It just felt empty. It felt empty. Kurobo, come on now. Come on now. That's funny. It's funny, but come on. Come on, you Jigglypuffs. What did I just say? Did I say anything? I did. And it went through. Oh well. Either way, with the Sonic movie, I felt instantly like I was in the world. Yeah, the Machop directing traffic and one in the bar serving drinks. There was a lot of stuff in there that was like, that's really cute. That's really funny. And it was just, it's so good to see them interacting with the parts that are in our real life. But I want to see, more. I want to see something that's a little bit more driving than just, some of them are here. Some are sitting by a fountain. Some are laying down being lazy. Others are kind of just there. And even the humans, the interaction is not just for the CGI characters. It's also for the humans and how well they interact with them. There was a lot of parts in there that were really, really good. But then there was also parts that were really just not that great. If Nicki Minaj and Mr. Popo had a baby, yeah, basically, that's Jinx. I see a lot of that. That said, there could have been a little bit better interaction in the Sonic movie. Just a little bit. But it was like a really, it felt natural. It felt like there was natural communication. And I don't know. I'm trying to say it from a non-biased perspective because I am a Sonic fan. I am more a Sonic fan than I am a Pokemon fan. But even as just a movie buff, I feel like, Sonic did better than the Pokemon movie. And I'm not ashamed to put that out there. as a Pokemon fan, I am, but as those other two, I'm not. Like, I feel like they need to do something more with the Pokemon series if they're going to be doing a movie that does that. Something that's more than just a whole Detective Pikachu setting. Because it's also a movie that was very predictable. With the Pokemon movie, I sat down there and I was thinking throughout the entire movie like, okay, his dad's gone. Pikachu's here and he's the only one talking. We're seeing parts. Okay, Pikachu was his partner. Maybe Pikachu is his dad. And like, it was instant, like, I didn't get as much gratification whenever they revealed it, because it was like, yep, I guessed that one. And, there was some predictions, like, that I didn't get right, but for the most part, it was, yeah, that guy is the bad guy. And the more surprising part was how he used his Ditto. That was like the only thing that was like, okay, that was pretty good. That's funny. And it's a charming movie, but it's like, I feel like they could have tried a little bit harder to make it more, The Sonic movie would have been better if Robotnik actually used Badniks instead of futuristic modern-day technology. While I agree, I also disagree. I feel like since this was the origin movie, I feel like this just sets that up for the next one, because we don't, if he'd have just been making, Badniks, like, Badniks the way that we know them, he would have been like a little bit more, but at that point in time for his character, it wouldn't have made that much sense, because he was a crazy, eccentric person, but he didn't become full Robotnik until that last scene. Futuristic modern day is an oxymoron if I've ever heard one. Right. Yeah. I mean, it is, that's very... It's backtracking in a way. Futuristic, modern day, I'm imagining stuff that's from the future, but then... Right, something more than just the egg drones that he used. I feel like if he'd have gone with the Badniks, it would have worked, but at the same time, how would they have explained that in the next one, Because he's been making robots, but he hasn't been making, like, actual Badniks, like, ever. And if they do that in the second movie, if they do make a second movie, which is clear that they will make a second movie, then I don't know. I feel like that's it's just a good setup. Sai says, okay, I'm downloading Origins back onto my PS4. Very nice. Okay, MSI Afterburner is available. Do you want to open the download page now? No. I'm going to turn my GPU fan speeds up. And I'm just going to deal with that. Well, not necessarily clear that they will make one, but that they set up for one. Well, I'm saying that it's clear that they will, because looking at the ratings and looking at how well it's being ranked right now, and if people sat through the credit scenes the last movie, which I recommend you do if you're going to go watch anyway. It's very, very clear that they have intentions regardless of how well it gets received. Exactly what Sai said. It justifies the means if they do. If they do. You see, the problem is, now that they've set it up, and now that they've received this such great, attention, I feel like it's illegal to set one up and then not make one. I mean, they can do obviously whatever they want to, but since they're Paramount, they're probably going to make a second one anyway. It's Viacom. You expect them to look at something that's making a lot of money and then turn their heads around? They have definitely recouped production cost. It's a very, very good hint that could lead up to what's next. I've got ideas on where that could be. I don't really want to spoil it here because there's people in my chat that, still haven't seen the movie, but there are a lot of stuff that is in there that's like that. You're leaving that too open. Or maybe I'm just looking too far into it. But this is the first thing that I felt like is just like, it's so good. Yes, my brother did get back to me. He said he thinks it's being bogged down by possible background apps eating RAM, but I don't really think that that's the case. I don't really think that that's the case because it's done this before. Can't be because I have done this before and no crashes. Only now am I experiencing this issue. Budget after redesign was 90 million and then made 128 million worldwide. $58 million the opening weekend, and the original budget was $80 million before the edits. Yeah, after edit was like 95 mil. Which, I mean, hang on a second. What is Alex saying? I don't know, man. Sounds like a memory problem to me. 63% on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't really think that that's... I thought it was higher than that. I thought it was a whole 93%. All I have to say to that is Transformers. I will also say Fast and Furious. Hang on a second. Hang on a second here, because I don't think I'm picking up on what you're trying to say. I mean, I don't know. I guess I get it, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know. I don't normally look at the tomato scores. I am always looking at the audience scores. So I guess that's just my problem. I know that there are two very different numbers, but I don't really ever use Rotten Tomatoes as my means of. There's a lot of people out there who do, but I'm not one of those people who uses that as my means of showing people what scores movies are getting. These movies are consistently getting bad ratings and aren't good, and yet consistently also making sequels. Yeah, that makes sense. Hey Luke, yeah, you're gonna put background music. I want you to hear the music of the Terraria Calamity mod. It's so good. Ethan says the audience score for Sonic is 94%. And comparing that to the other ones, let's say, for instance, the Transformers. Hang on. Transformers, Rotten Tomatoes. %, which, I mean, still is like, I don't know. But the user ratings are like 2,385,106. Then again, it's been out since about 2007. Consistent below around 20%. Yeah. It's being consistent at the top of the box office right now. 58 mil versus a whole 17.3. Bad movies that would do well get sequels. Yeah, the sales of Transformers movies basically very low. Yet they're like, here, have some more. Here, have another one. Maybe this one will do better. I'm sure this one's gonna do fine. What about this next one, though? Here's another one. Here's another one. And let's just compare it to Fast and Furious real quick. Because the same people who are working on those movies have worked on the Sonic movie. 36%, 53, 37, 29. Yeah. I'm only looking at the 2003 to 2009. Yeah. Fast and Furious 6 had a 70%. Yep. It's insane. It's insane. I don't understand why it's doing so good. I mean, the first few were okay, I guess, but whenever you have a series that does the same thing over and over again and then tries to push that, it just becomes something that's like, this is you're literally force feeding us something that we're not eating. Yet there's people out there who really eat it up. I just don't get it. Well, you say risk, but would it be a risk if they made a sequel? If they stayed true to the first one and they even included some other things that would do just as good, then maybe. But if they did something that was like off the charts, then I could agree with risk, but like I don't really think I do. You say sequels fail all the time, yet Fast and the Furious consistently doing well while also being consistently bad. They fail all the time, yet they continue to do it. Catch you later, Luke. I got a lot to do tomorrow. Good luck with your PC and your stream. Also, good night, everyone. All right, good night, Al. Thanks for joining. Hope you enjoyed, what little of Subnautica you did get to see. Hopefully, I'll be able to stream those other games in just a minute. Think about all the sequels of movies that ruin great films. But at the same time, though, Harry Potter did consistently well. Like, while there were a couple of films that didn't do that great, Harry Potter is one of the ones that I think did the best as far as handling sequels go. And not just because of the people that ran it, because, I mean, after the second movie, it switched over to different people. So maybe that's why after 3, from 3 all the way up to its last one that they did, and even including into that mix, the Fantastic Beasts series. I feel like those movies did pretty well considering. The Fantastic Beasts series probably not as much as HP, but I mean, they still did pretty good. The Matrix sequels were pretty bad. Yeah. Yeah, the first one was great, and then the rest of them were kind of eh. But then again, saying that HP did good, they did good because they followed the books, which were already out before their time. Exactly. Not compared to HP, especially considering it's the same people working on it. It's not good. But I mean, still though, they're good. They're good to use as a comparison to what movies sequels did good. Star Wars is another one where they had really good. Exactly. Ethan and I were going the same direction. We're going the same direction. Star Wars. I mean, they're good, but they're also like people are very critical about them too. But then again, it could just be because they're stretching a story that probably wasn't great. A studio make a Mario movie? Well, there is a studio making a Mario movie, and that is the Illumination Studios, the ones that are working on, or the ones that have worked on Minions and the Despicable Me series. The original trilogy, incredible. The prequels, extremely hated. The sequels, hated. Yep, that's exactly how it was. And there was a Mario movie back in the 1980s, but it did terrible. We don't talk about that. That's one of the movies that actually, like, these last 3 were basically a reboot, not sequels. Oh, well, still. Reboots don't do that great either. Sometimes. Depending. There are some reboots of movies that do great, but then there's others that are just, like, not so great. It's like, I don't even know why you attempted that. I can see. But that's why Back to the Future, whenever they were done with the third one, they were like, we're done. We're, like, legit not making any more. And I'm glad that they did that, because 3 felt like they were already stretching it a little bit. And Back to the Future is one of those, it's great. It's also a little bit bad, but it's great. And it stops at 3 because it knows that that's as much as they can tell. Unless they were to do one that goes to the far future or even further back. But then again, there's time travel stuff that does that already. And so why? Because then again, that would just be them touching base on things that have already been done. That said, are there movies that already do travel back to the West? Are there time travel movies in general that do things? I mean, yeah, obviously, but there are movies that take the things that they do, and they do sometimes good and sometimes bad. Speaking of reboots, don't pay money to see Jay and Silent Bob reboot. It was awful. Oh boy. Yeah, don't worry about that. I've seen the Jay and Silent Bob movies, and those are really funny. I mean, they're bad, but they're really funny. But yeah, basically their acts are just, I know that they're not as good anymore. I could tell. You think Jurassic Park was a good movie with sequels? It could have been. I mean, Jurassic World did some good things. I feel like that Jurassic Park didn't do. But there are times within those times that are just like, these are okay, these are bad, this one's probably good, this one could maybe do better. And for me, I feel like the Jurassic Park series, the first were okay, the new ones are okay, but then anything in between is just kind of lost with me. But yeah, there's not really any argument to say that sequels were great. Um, but yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying, Ethan. That yeah, that's what I'm saying. That there was a bunch of them there that were like, yeah. I mean, for me, I felt like I enjoyed Jurassic World, and it was mostly just, you know, after dropping the idea that they did that, and wasn't really easy for me to do. But I'm also the kind of guy who likes to look at things and enjoy them just to enjoy them, not more or less for, picking apart something critically. Sequels can ruin the credibility of movies that are good by being bad. Exactly. You know what was a great sequel? Deadpool 2. You see, that's the thing. The people who worked on Deadpool are also working on the Sonic movie, so you never know. It could be on either end of the spectrum. It could be just as bad as Fast or Furious, and it could just be just as good as Deadpool 2. It could be on the fence. Matter of fact, the second one could be just as in the middle. People could be just as torn about that as they are other sequels. So nobody really knows. All I'm saying is, if they do one, there's a lot of expectations for what we want, and by we I'm saying like Sonic fans, we want as a sequel. It doesn't even mean it needs a sequel. It could be great, it could be awful, and ruin the first one. Eh. Eh. But why go into a film with expectations that it's even going to be great? You know? If you go into a theater thinking that it's going to be the worst thing, and you come out seeing that it's actually the greatest thing you've ever seen, then you've already changed your perspective. So why go in? Why go in with any expectations? Just go into a movie, enjoy the time that you had, and there. Unless it's a very, very, very terrible critical movie, then don't go watch it. But like, I don't know. Sai says the third Die Hard was an amazing movie. I never really saw it, but there was another one that was like, what was it? I keep forgetting the name of it, but it's like Mel Gibson. What is the one that he did? Lethal Weapon. All of the Lethal Weapons were great, except for that last one. It wasn't all that great, but it was still pretty good. At least in my opinion. I know, but what I'm saying is, if you go into a movie theater with any expectations, then you find out that you're on either end. So just, I mean, you know? You know what I mean? Everybody knows the best movie is the Emoji Movie. Yeah. Somebody makes a Fortnite movie, I don't want to imagine that. I don't want to imagine that. Unless you're somebody who looks at sequels the way that you do, the way that I do, the way that Side does, the way, most people who go into movies about, the knowledge of sequels, the way that we do. If we go in and we expect that it's going to be great and we find out that it's bad, then we were wrong and we hated it. If we go into a movie expecting that it's going to be bad and it was actually good, then we were wrong and we liked it. But if we're neutral and we go into a movie thinking, no matter how this turns out, I'm going to just sit there and enjoy it for the time that I'm enjoying it, then you enjoy it. Either way. Unless it's just on the fence, bad and good at the same time. Then it's kind of like, oh man, it met both of those expectations for me. That's what I'm saying, is all. Like, going to movies expecting that there's something to expect, then you expect something. But if you go into a movie not expecting anything, then, that's all I'm getting at, is all. And I mean, ultimately, whatever you do going into a movie is up to you. I'm just saying that's, I don't know. I don't think that is true, because if the movie was objectively bad, having no expectations is not going to make it seem good to me. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what to add to that. I'm a very different person, I think, whenever I go into a movie. Not even just like the Sonic movie. I'm talking about like movies in general. I have a different feel than a lot of people who go in. And that's the crazy thing whenever you think about, opinions in general, not even just for movies, but for like video games, for art, for music tastes. You always look at like, that's something that somebody likes, but I don't like. How crazy is it that we're in a world that we all have like, different thoughts about different things? I think that that's really awesome that we're diverse in that way, that we have things that we all either really like it or we all really, really dislike it. It's interesting to be like, I don't know. It's crazy to think about because we're all the same, but we're all very, very different. Sometimes we can all have similar opinions. Sometimes we can have a lot of different varying opinions. And Sai asks Frozen. I haven't seen the second one, but the first one was for me. Mostly because it was just a new thing that I didn't know if it was. But yeah. If you have no expectations of a film, watch it. And it is a bad movie, you don't enjoy it, you will still not enjoy it. I haven't. Have you seen it, Sai? I don't know how I am expecting that one to be, but Okay. I will keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. I'm getting a lot of loading. Is it buffering? Has anyone seen Parasite? I don't think I have. Ethan says he's not getting any issues with the stream. It's buffering on my end and on Cyberus's end too, I think. Or at least it was buffering now. But now it's not, so I don't know. Kuroba says, yeah, there's something wrong with the stream. It's too lonely in here. Yeah, I just got another buffer. And another one. Ethan asks, did anyone see Joker? I haven't seen one yet, nope. Actually, Luke, I thought of the perfect example of a movie just being bad even though I thought I would enjoy it, and not because I thought it was going to be good, which is Suicide Squad. Yeah, I mean, I had expectations of it, and I don't know. I feel like that there are movies where you can do a whole expectations shut off and then just experience it. And I do agree that there are a lot of them out there that are like really, really bad, but there's still quite a bit of them out there that I feel like you can do either. I saw that movie in theaters and had basically no expectations for it. I saw it with some friends, so I was just trying to enjoy a movie with friends. The movie was just bad. Yeah, but did you enjoy, spending quality time with your friends in it? You know? Did you all have the general opinion that it was bad? Did the memory of being in that theater, was any of it enjoyable? Can you take any bit of that theater experience and make it enjoyable for yourself? The thing is, even if I try to enjoy a movie, doesn't mean I can be critical of it. Wait a minute, what? The thing is, even if I try to enjoy a movie, doesn't mean that I can't be critical. No, you can be critical of any movie you watch. I'm just saying that, like, the whole experience of going to a theater is more than just what's on screen. It's also about who you're sitting down with, you know, what kind of stuff that you're having there. If there is just a bad energy and a bad movie at the same time, and there's nothing else there for you to cling on to enjoy, then the entire experience is just lost. But being there with good people, good food, in a good movie, even if it's a bad movie, actually, you'll still find that there are experiences there to enjoy. Also, every movie doesn't let me down. I'm giving examples because that is what we are talking about. Well, yeah, I know. I'm not disagreeing with that. I was just showing you where I was coming from with that. Luke is frozen in time. No, he's just thinking. been talking about the experience as a whole, and not just solely if the movie is good or not. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know exactly where I was going with it. I was just saying that there are different ways to... I don't know. It feels so awkward here. It's like someone needs to lighten up the mood. Is that better? You did say lighten up the mood and not really the stream itself. But either way, I surely have, and it's pretty good stuff, gotta say. They make some quality content. Crowa says, I feel like they're not going to delete the channel. Sure, they will. Yeah, they will. The Markiplier and Crank Gameplays channel, they're making one video a day for every year, and then they're going to delete their channel sometime in December of this year. It's like a whole bunch of different stuff. It's just them making experiences, and recording them, and then uploading them. Ethan says, I hope they don't, to be honest. I don't know. I honestly feel like if it's a thing that's there for them to say, just make a thing and enjoy the experiences, and that, then they're going to stick true to their word and they will delete their channel. It's like PewDiePie and his 50 million subscriber video. Oh boy. I haven't seen the recent stuff, but yeah. I catch up with their videos every once in a while, but kind of fallen off the wagon of watching them. Not only that, but I have been very busy, so. I hope they don't, because that is a lot of content just gone. Yeah, but that's the point. That's the point of making the channel. Unis honest. Memento mori. Basically just living in the moment. If you worry about whether or not it's going to be gone, then you're not living in the moment now, are you? And that's the whole point of the channel. If they actually did delete the channel, people will just repost the videos on an archive channel or something. They can't do that because the videos are copyright striked. Well, they're not striked, but they're copyright, by Unis Honest. And once somebody does do that, they're flagged and they will get their channels deleted. And that's not Mark really giving them, that's not him giving them a threat. That's not him threatening them. That's an actual thing that he said will happen if people uploaded it. Kind of wish they would just be like 1 year and we never upload again. That could be a better way to go about it. They will still re-upload them, I guarantee. Yeah, I'm sure there are people out there who have been trying to re-upload it, but
No way. Sorry. Who are you talking to?
stream.
Hi, stream. How's the stream?
It's kind of my computer's crashed 3 times and I'm afraid to go into a game.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'm just kind of here discussing things is all.
Okay, well, I hope you have better luck.
Me too. Ethan said hello.
Huh?
Kurobo, Ethan, they both said hello.
Hi, guys.
It's my mom.
It's your mom. It's your mom.
It's me mom.
Are you my mom?
She's at me door. How did she know I was a guy? I don't think she did. She was just saying hi, guys. As like that's just a general thing that she says. She doesn't. I guess neither do I grasp the whole gender neutral thing. And I mean, while I want to, I don't think I ever like officially will 100% guess it. Kurobo says your mom seems better than mine. I don't know. Ethan's all right. I'm gonna chug a bottle of water and go to bed. Chug it slowly. Chug it slowly. You don't want to do that to yourself. You're gonna wake up and you're gonna regret that. It's gonna be like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I know you will, because I do the same thing. Kurobo says don't choke. Be safe, Ethan. Be safe. What do you mean I chug bottles of water all the time? I didn't know that about you. Saya says I too am going to bed night all. Yeah, but should you be chugging it? You should always be drinking water, but should you be chugging it? Hydration, yeah. I think you're just making excuses for having chugged a bottle of water. That's what I think. Well, if you all are going to bed, then I'm going to end the stream. There's no point in me being here if people are going to leave and not watch. I mean, Kurobo's still going to be here. So I guess I could stay on for him, but... You know, Alan's gone. Ethan's leaving. So is Sai. No, I'm not saying that water is bad for you. When in that sentence they say that water is bad for you? And while a bottle isn't that much, chugging does hurt. All I'm saying is be careful. Know your limits. Don't push past them. Always stay neutral. Kurobo says yes, because I have no life. Ah, that's not true, Kurobo. You have a life. You're important. Everyone's important. I know it's not alcohol. A bottle of water isn't going to hurt you, no. Just know your limits. That's all I gotta say. What? Are you not going to let me be? Are you not you going to let me look out for you? Is that all? Is that what it is? Are you not going to let me look out for you, Ethan? Are you not going to let me, you know, I've got my best interests for you, and you're not going to let that go through? If I said I was going to chug a beer, I'd understand, but a bottle of water is fine. Yeah, but, like, come on now. I don't know what you mean by know your limits. What I mean is just the usual. You wake up and you do your things. If you push past the limits that you know that your body has, you don't normally want to push past those. And I'm not saying that a bottle of water is your limits. I'm just saying know when to stop. A bottle of water and chugging it is not going to be bad for you, and I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying it's addictive. Apparently, since you do it every day. Water is required to live. Yes. Yeah. You're stating facts. I don't even want to think about how much water you drank when you were in basic. I'm imagining like way more than your body can usually take. An unhealthy dosage of water, basically. That's where I'm expecting it to be. No, I think you can't drink as much water as you should. Is that like what? How much water do you think you should drink a day? It's not about how much I think you should drink a day. It's just a matter about how much you should drink in one sitting is all. We drink about 10 canteens a day. That's normal, but it was stretched throughout a whole day and not like within one sitting. The way that you worded it was you're chugging it. Which to me, I don't know about you, but my stomach doesn't feel very good after I've chugged anything. I guess I'm different because it's just my stomach muscles are different or whatever. But still, I find chugging things in general to just be rather unenjoyable. You ever feel so full you could just throw up? Yeah, I've felt that quite a bit. Quite a lot, actually. Devin and I recently, I say recently, but it's been over a year since we went to a pizza eating contest, and we both failed miserably with half a pizza left, and we felt like we were going to... let's just say, Pointer's Pizza wouldn't have looked the same after that. Luke, you should try to drink 8 glasses of water tomorrow. You mean like I did today? Stretch over the course of the day? I mean, I'm missing one more glass, but I'm going to stretch it. I'm not going to chug, a bunch of bottles all at once. And I'm not saying you chug a bunch of bottles at once. I'm just telling you. Careful is all I'm trying to put out there for. And you can take it away from me as much as you want, but I'm going to keep telling you to be careful. No, you said 8 glasses tomorrow. And I said stretched over the course of a day. Also, you should be drinking like 10 to 12 glasses, really. Yeah, but I still kept you for longer than you wanted, right? That was all I was trying to do. Was to keep you for longer. Okay. Good night.
Hello.
You need
Subscribe
to
if you haven't
hydrate.
already.
You need to hydrate.
Bye.
Krobo says hello. She's already gone. Krobo says I've already subscribed. Is that really how far behind we are? Holy crap. Yeah, something's wrong. Shouldn't be that far behind. Also, I ran a 5K yesterday, so I need to hydrate. I didn't get to drink as much water today as I should have because I worked. Well, that's unfortunate that you didn't get to drink as much hydration as you needed. So maybe I am wrong. Maybe you should chug 2 more bottles. I'm coming. It's great. I don't know. No. Is that the rest of the whole bottle? Okay, cool. Awesome. No. That's yours. Good night. You've already hugged me and you've already told me you're going to bed, so go.
Yeah, but I can't take it to bed with me.
Put it in the fridge. You don't have to drink it, just put it in the fridge.
Lazy.
Okay, but put it in the fridge if you're going to stand here and argue with me over it. I just find it really dumb that I didn't get to do the thing that I wanted to, but, I mean, things change, plans change. I don't know. Looks like you're feeling down. A little bit, but like it's not. It's mostly just because the stream is not where I'm wanting it to be, and it's kind of getting me. But it's whatevs. Hopefully, yeah. I don't know. That said, no, not BRB. That's the wrong one. We're wanting to switch over to ending. Yeah, yeah. It's been fun, but I'm gonna be out for the night. To be absolutely honest, it's getting me down, and nothing's happening on the stream. Let's just be honest. So, I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. with regular stuff. I didn't get to do the whole something new thing. I'll probably do that on an actual video. Probably would be better off to do it on a video rather than on here. But I'll premiere it, so. If anything else, I did figure out how to stream 60 FPS, so that's good. That just means streams from this point on are going to look way better. I look forward to seeing better looking streams, but yeah. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for subscribing, thanks for being here, thanks for following if you have. Thanks for sticking around from the beginning all the way to the end. Those of you who have joined or have just joined or whenever. And if you're watching this on the VOD, then check out the playlist of all the other great videos that I have. And yeah. I'll see you guys later.